I'm going to full warn everybody that there's not a microphone to be used right now. So if it sounds ghetto, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I am sorry, not sorry. Welcome back. Welcome back to Quackin' Faggots. I have my Dwink, and today I have a guest. Yes, you guessed it, a guest. And my guest is Julia. Hello. Julia. Welcome to Quackin' Faggots. Here we talk about gay stuff, and I usually only let faggots come on, so if you're not a faggot, you probably will never be on my podcast. Except my mom. My mom can come. Today, we are going to be talking about our experiences being queer in a small town.
In a very small conservative town.
Yeah. The worst thing to ever do, actually. Hey, if you do that, I'm sorry. If you grow up in a small town and you are even gay, I hate your life for you.
Just dissociate immediately.
Yeah. We have our drinkity drinks, and we're gonna see how this goes.
It's probably all clink clink.
Yeah, seriously. I hope it is. Okay. So, Julia, growing up queer in a small town, what age did you say, yo, I
like
eat box?
shorties.
Mm-hmm.
If we're gonna give full closure, the first time that I knew something was like different, I think I was watching American Pie. I was watching American Pie in the living room with my friends. We like sneak watched it because we weren't allowed to watch it, obviously. And there was a scene where like the maids had their titties out. I'm gonna be so real. And I asked my mom the next day. Oh gosh, I asked my mom the next day innocently because I didn't know any better. I said, "Mom, why do I have to pee every time I see boobies?"
Peeing is crazy. Peeing is crazy.
But I didn't know. I didn't know what it meant, you know. And it was a few years that it like took for it to click. Like, oh, I don't like girls the way that I'm supposed to. Like, I'm not just obsessed with you because I want to be your friend. Like, I would like to kiss you, please.
Hey,
you know?
You want to kiss? Hey, you want to play house?
Yeah, but it wasn't till like middle school, like my 8th grade year, that I was like, haha, yeah.
And in the small town, very specifically. Well, you came out in the small town, right? Because you were in a bigger town before.
Yeah, I was in Vegas when I first realized. I kind of came out a little bit to my mom in Vegas.
Oh, period.
I did, but not to anybody else, really. And I never really actually came out. I just started dating girls one day.
And when you popped out with, well, you never really popped out with a girl, technically.
No. Well, kind of.
That's true.
Oh. That was like, she was my best friend, you know. But everybody knew that we were, you know, boinking.
we're both boinking on the side.
But everybody knew. So it wasn't like, no, she wasn't my girlfriend. But
You're boinking.
we were boinking.
You're boinking.
We were barking dogs.
And when people found out that you were boinking a gal, specifically a girl that a lot of people low-key kind of wanted.
Right.
They kind of like wanted both of you guys.
Right.
So they were, yeah.
It was very mixed reviews. So like there was like some of them that were like, can I watch? Like, oh, can I watch? Can I be there? You know what I mean? Because it wasn't. We were both lipstick lesbians, you know.
Yeah. Period.
But then there were some that were like, you're sick. Have you tried dick? Do you know? Do you know if you like it if you haven't tried it? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that.
So annoying. And like there'd be posts on Facebook. You know?
Yeah. Cyberbully?
Yeah.
Cyberbully?
So like I took a picture with this person one day. And she was going through a breakup at the time, and I posed with her with my fingers up, like in the fingering position.
Right.
Obviously. And I captioned it, and this was like 2016 when it was like really popular to be like, oh, I just fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip-flops.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I put on some slides, put my fingers in there, and I captioned it, I just fucked your bitch in some Gucci flip-flops. Right?
Right.
That went crazy.
That went diamond.
Went crazy. They started calling me the legend on Facebook. Just captioning the post, the legend, and then tagging me in it. And like her ex-boyfriend that she was going through the breakup with at the time, him and all his friends, he had this group of friends, they just would jump on the same post and just post a bunch of like those Michael Jackson eating popcorn gifs, while one of them specifically would just like talk so much shit to me in the comments.
Mm-hmm. Classic. That move.
Messy.
That group of guys actually, fuck you all. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Right.
Yeah. And, I don't know. So, okay, and you've dated trans men, very specifically. 2 of them. One was me.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We dated in high school.
Just little children.
Yeah. And well, before that, I was already on like everyone was on my ass about being you're disgusting, you're this and you're that. It was always that. And like you just said about the fucking Michael Jackson eating popcorn.
Yeah, they went in on us. Let me tell you, they went in on us.
Yeah.
All the boys were so nice to me until I started dating Bailey. And then they were like, "Oh, you're fucking sick."
Yeah, they were not happy. And the issue, well, before I even started really dating people, they had issues with me since the beginning. And I don't know what it was. They just don't fucking like that. And I've had in many Facebook brawls with these dudes that are mad because I was dating women that they liked or something.
No, you know how many texts I got that were just like, Bailey Lerma, ? And I was like, yep. And what about it? And then what?
And then what? Yeah, it was a lot of that. But even after that, even once, we broke up and stuff and we were still friends and shit, it literally it didn't stop. It's not like it just went away as soon as I stopped dating Julia. It continued to happen with everyone that I was with. And the issue, my biggest issue is that it wasn't only just high schoolers that we were in school with.
It was parents.
Yeah, it was parents.
It was parents.
And it was teachers.
It was my household at the time.
Yeah. Bad. And I think in that era, there was a dude that my mom was dating that was not a very chill. He wasn't
not very cash money.
He was not chill. He was kind of a douche, and would remind me. He would what would he say? He would always say that I was a fake dude and stuff. And I was like, okay, bro, just settle down. But my mom didn't know that he was saying that stuff when it was happening. So it's But you kind of went through the same thing.
Yeah. So, here's the lore. Like I said, I didn't really talk about it. I just would date who I was dating. I didn't make it a big deal to be like, oh, this is who I'm dating, whatever. I'd just do it, and then people would find out, whatever. And so we weren't talking about none of that in my house. And then comes along the Christmas concert at school. And Bailey decided that he was going to ask me with a poster on stage to Winter Formal, which is what kids do. You make a poster, and you're like, hey, will you go to Winter Formal with me, whatever. Well, Bailey asked me. And then after the concert ended, I walked over to my mom and the guy she was dating at the time. And before that, me and him had gotten along so well. He loved me. We were besties. He looked at me, and he said, I hope you know that you just embarrassed me in front of the entire town. And then he gave me the silent treatment. For 2 weeks, he didn't say a single word to me after that. And then when he started talking to me again, it was, oh, you're a fucking faggot. You fucking queer faggot. You know, not very cash money.
Right.
Not very cash money.
Just an idiot. Just an idiot white man.
Yeah.
It's usually who it is. There was, and other than us, there was probably like 4 other gay people in the
Region?
Yeah. And
there were more, but they weren't out and about.
Closeted. Our best friend was like one of the only gay dudes at the school, and he got a lot of bullshit too. But like that's his experience. I'm not gonna talk about his experience.
I won't speak on that.
Yeah, I'll get him on the pod once. But there was only maybe.
It was mostly girls.
Yeah, a lot of like bisexual girls. No, not like any lesbians except like one. Mm-hmm.
2.
2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah, she was also gay.
Yeah.
She tried to take one of my girlfriends one time.
No, one time... Let's not get into that. Let's not get into that.
Oh, God. Okay, you guys are probably hearing all the tiny-ass sounds that we're making, but honestly...
Just her bones popping, the dog's barking.
Yeah, me hitting my vape.
Right, me too.
But you gotta do what you gotta do. So, let me see. The last episode that I did, I had like a whole outline, but I did not do that for this one because I just wanted it to flow.
We're winging it. And if you are from Holbrook listening to this, don't try to piece it together who's who, please. Mind your business.
Please?
Anxiety. Guys, I don't want to get cyberbullied on Facebook again. On God.
That'd be so funny if they like
restarted.
Instead of like, regular podcasts, they get clipped and they like post on TikTok and they're like, oh, would you look at this? We'd get clipped and posted on Facebook.
Holbrook News
Events. Holbrook News, free speech, whatever it's called.
Freedom of speech, yeah.
Freedom of speech. And it's just us talking about...
They're back at it again.
And they name dropped us this time. Hey!
Maybe it'd make me feel at home if I was getting bullied on Facebook again.
No, seriously. I just got a text message on my podcast Instagram. Next episode, ? Bruh.
We're in the midst.
We are in the midst. I just took a picture of it and sent it to him. You know who you are. Where do I... and in the last episode, I said that there was like no gay people or trans people. There was another trans man that came out like 2 years after me, I think, and Julia dated him too.
No, I was just trying to experience everything, I wanted a little try of the world.
Try it, everybody. But that in that relationship, you got a lot more backlash.
I did. Well, and it was because the person that I was dating, not only because he was trans, but because he was known for kind of being a whore. Like, let me just say it. I'm just gonna say it, and I'm so sorry. This was a long time ago. I don't want to speak on this person now. I don't even know that person anymore. But yeah, at the time, I was getting a lot of texts from people like upperclassmen, because I was closer to like his age.
Yeah.
And they were texting me, and they were like, "Be careful with that one." And me, being who I was like, "Don't talk about my boyfriend like that. Don't talk about him like that."
At least it wasn't them being like,
oh, no. Trust me. It was. It was. Trust me. I'm not there yet. I'd be like, "Don't talk about my boyfriend like that." And they'd text me and be like, "Boyfriend? ?
Bruh.
And then they would text him.
Classic.
they would text him and be like, "You want to be a man? Let me hit you like you're a real man." You know?
Yeah, I got that a lot.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I
they'd
got
try
that a
to
lot.
fight him, and they'd be like, "You want to fight me like you're a real boy." Dumb shit like that.
I'm a real boy.
Like, there was a lot of Twitter fights.
Yep.
You remember that?
Classic.
Yeah, there was a lot of Twitter fights. And it was like mostly like, ex-girlfriends of his or whatever, starting on me, and then they'd start coming for him, and they'd use the same shit every single time. Like, "Oh, you're not a real boy."
Yeah.
And that's so fucked up, because like,
When you argue with anybody, honestly, I'm not. This is not limiting to just straight cis people. I have actual fights. Well, wait, no, I've had actual fights with like butch lesbians, and it'll be about something like, "Oh, you're copying me," and I'm like, "Okay, first of all, no, I'm not." Also, sorry, I burped. Sorry, I burped again. They'd be like, "Oh, you're copying me. You're doing this." And I'm like, "No, I'm not, dude." Okay, first of all, it's 2016. Lil Uzi Vert. Everyone's listening to Lil Uzi Vert. Just because you put me in your group does not mean we are the same. And if I'm talking about, is watching this or listening to this, because they're probably going to listen to it. That one. It went from, "Oh, you're copying me," to, you know, you're not a dude, you're a girl, just do. You look, you could just cut your hair and wear dude clothes. That's what I do. I'm a lesbian. You're just a lesbian. You're not a boy.
you're just a lesbian in a different font.
Yeah, and I'm like, I would get that from lesbians, but also I get a lot of that from other trans men.
And didn't this person try to like date all your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That is a fact. But shit,
Follow the leader.
I was literally in the train of a thought, and then I got lost away. I got lost. When anybody argues with a trans person, they can't just use actual like disses or
Right.
arguments. They go straight for the fact that you're trans.
Right.
Oh my
There's
god.
so much you can say about me, bro.
You could literally make fun of my hair or anything,
Why
bro.
are we focusing on my genitals?
My my clothes. My clothes? There was a trans man
Your
recently.
TikToks?
Dude, seriously. There was a trans dude recently that was arguing with my girlfriend, and instead of just arguing with her about, like, I don't know, her or anything
This
about
is what I'm saying.
Dude, about the argument that we're having, no. He started talking about me.
Right.
You're trans, bro. You're not, just because you like are farther ahead in your transition does not mean that you're like now you're cis and they're gonna pick you, bro. Shut the fuck up, okay?
Right.
Just shut the fuck up. Hold on, I got
No, that's a fucking fact. That's what I was saying. It's like we'd be arguing about this one thing, and then they'd be like, "Well, your boyfriend is a faggot," so.
Yeah, love that.
Like, thank you.
Oh, they loved the word dyke.
And I do too. And I do too. But like, I feel like I can say it. Like, I've taken back the word. I love the word dyke. I love the word faggot. I love it.
Yeah.
But okay, there's a difference between just saying it and saying it with hate in your heart. And I've always said this.
Right.
I've had people say it to me with hate in their heart, and they're like, "You fucking faggot," and that bothers me. But like, if somebody's like, "Hey, what's up, faggot?" Like, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna giggle.
Yeah, quacking faggots. But I draw the damn line. If someone calls me a dyke, you probably will. I probably won't fight you, but
I'll be sad.
I probably like really want to get like angry with you. But that's a good word that they always used to use for us trans men back in the day. Shit. What were we talking about? Facebook arguments, the cyberbullying,
The adult bullying.
the adults bullying.
No, there was like grown women talking about, "I don't let Julia around my kids." Like, all right, first of all, I have lunch with your kids every day at school, so how about that?
Actually crazy. That was a thing.
That was a whole thing.
Mormons did not.
Oh, yeah. And mind you, I grew up Mormon as well.
The Mormons were.
Yeah. No. I stopped going to church in high school because, yeah.
Yeah, right. It was it's a very big Mormon town. So, like, everyone is Mormon.
And their mama and their cousin and their sister.
Yeah. And those kids were bad as hell. They were doing terrible things.
Oh, but they were only doing it in the butt. So it's fine.
They were soaking, so it's fine. But, like, they would, like, all the Mormon parents thought I was, like, this terrible influence because my mom let me get a tattoo when I turned, I don't know how old.
You were 16, I think.
Yeah, something like that. And they just were rude about me for some reason. Obviously, I know why, but I'm not going to say it. And and then their kids were like smoking weed, probably doing whippets.
I don't think whippets were as popular in Holbrook. I didn't know what a whippet was until I moved to the Pacific Northwest.
That's real. That is real.
But there was a lot of like weed.
You know, there wasn't even like, oh yeah?
There was coke at
parties.
There was
coke? I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
But they were like drinking and getting drunk at the literal Mormon church.
They were, not me. I never did that. I never, ever, ever drank a beer on the roof of the Mormon church. Ever.
Ever. I can actually say that I haven't.
I didn't.
I didn't do that.
I didn't jump off the roof either.
Oh, that's fun.
It's so fun. It's not that high, and there's grass.
You guys remember in the last episode where I was telling you that girl outed me? I remember one time she took me on top of the Mormon church with, I don't remember who the other person was. And she was trying to kiss me and stuff. And I was confused because, what?
What do you mean?
Yeah. I never gave you any signs of actually liking you, so that's crazy.
That same girl actually outed my ex-boyfriend as well. She's diabolical.
She's diabolical.
She is diabolical. Like, what do you mean you outed two people?
Probably more, to be honest. She was just doing that. I hope that she's like not doing that anymore. You what?
Found peace.
Oh right, yeah, found peace. God damn something. Jesus, yeah. I think the drunk from yesterday is waking up.
Yeah.
I drove like 4.5 hours yesterday when I got out of work to come here and hang out and do an episode. But that's not like the reason I came. It was just like, we should do an episode.
He just came to interview me. He's gonna leave right when he's done.
I just pack up and I just get in my car and I drive 5.5 hours back.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yeah, I was already planning on coming, and I was gonna wait to put guests on until like maybe 5 or 10 episodes. But I was like, well, I mean, I'm here. Might as well just do it, even though my fucking microphone's broken, so I gotta get a new one. I almost just didn't record the episode at all, so. This is when you say, oh, thanks. Aw.
I feel like if you guys give a fuck about the sound after all the tea that we just dropped,
oh yeah,
you're not really listening.
We really just like...
No, for real. I actually name dropped earlier, so you're gonna hear a little duck over that name. I'm probably gonna text her and be like, "Hey, babe, I told everybody about us. Miss ya, love ya."
Oh my god, that's so funny. That is so funny.
She's gonna text me and be like, "Julia, what the fuck?"
It's gonna be so funny because this is gonna drop, and people who didn't even like give a shit about it, they're gonna listen and like nitpick it and push it out.
I feel like they're gonna pull the stories apart.
Yeah, and like do their thing. But you've literally heard it here, folks. We're not fucking lying to you.
I don't know why I feel guilty talking about things that actually happened to me. Like, it's
you shouldn't.
And I'm not, because that's why I'm, like, doing this. But, like, there's this part of me that it's like, oh, I shouldn't talk about that because they're going to say I'm talking shit, which is a thing. Like, people think you're talking shit when you're talking about a real experience that happened in your life. That's my memory. And if I want to do something with it, then you shouldn't have done that.
Right. Yeah. No, literally, it's not... If you do something bad to somebody, or, like, wrong, or, like, kind of, like, sketch, you can't just act like it never happened.
Right. And I'm no angel. I was sleeping with people's girlfriends. For fuck's sake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but that did happen.
That was awful of me. I apologize.
And if somebody says, be careful, Julia might take your girlfriend.
Sorry, I warned you on the podcast.
You were warned.
No, I'm not that way anymore.
Changed.
I've changed.
Grown.
Revirginated.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, if people actually clip this, that's going to be so funny.
On the Holbrook News and Events? What if I do it?
I'm going to
post it anonymously.
Yeah, I'm going to post this episode on Holbrook News and Events because fuck that place.
Are you going to put quacks over Holbrook too or no?
Should I?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so either. Why? Are they going to go to Holbrook?
Right.
And
they're going to drive to the Pacific Northwest. Knock, knock. I heard you talking about me on your podcast.
I heard me talking about you. Wait. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to say something real quick. Back to the, if you do something, don't be mad if someone talks about it. Because, like, I'm very open when I've been a piece of shit. And I will say it. Okay. Yeah, good.
Wait, I'm listening. Oh, you.
Oh, what? I just... Okay, y'all. So, we just dropped an abundance of lore. Take it as you please. We are going to say farewell to you guys now. Like I said in the last one, follow me on Instagram. I'm getting a TikTok up soon. And Julia, do you want to say anything?
I'm gonna say thank you for listening. Sorry if that wasn't what you expected, but you're welcome as well.
Yeah.
And have a good night.
Yeah. And don't forget, try that in a small town.